Africa is characterized by music and folklore and poetry and proverbs, wise sayings. When a whale is pregnant and ready to give birth, you can't stop it. You better get out of the way. That is what is happening in Pioneers Africa. What God is doing in Africa defies anybody being able to capture it in words or even in pictures or in video. But I'll paint a picture for you that probably will help you to get a glimpse of it. The single largest church in Pioneers is in a place called Akplebonu. And this church was started by the very first pioneer missionary in Benin. It's grown to about 200 members. And this church, right from its inception, started planting other churches. 20 minutes drive away from Akplebonu is a daughter church that was planted. And this church had a mud house, a building that was put up with just mud bricks. But with growth, they've started building a new house. And so when you visit, you actually see two houses, one inside the other. Not two rooms, but two houses. And the beauty of it is that the core, the original, is still present. And the new is growing alongside. This epitomizes what is happening beyond the walls of the church in Africa. The work of Pioneers Africa is among probably some of the most underprivileged people in the world. And therefore, you cannot come and talk about love, you cannot come and talk about spirituality without meeting the physical. So education and health and water, but all these holistic things I'm talking about are not the end goal in themselves. What we are aiming at doing really is to get people giving their lives to Jesus Christ, committing to living a Christ-centered life that eventually leads to heaven. To do holistic ministry, it requires resources that we don't always have. And when we don't have it, we go anyway. But when we have it, we do the best we can. Life is tough in Africa, but in the midst of the difficulties, in the midst of the pain, in the midst of the lack, the African has found joy and exuberance. And this is expressed in just their approach to life. The African worship is vibrant and loud, mixed with music, very rhythmic. If you are in an African church and it's time for music, you can't sit still, nor even stand still. Some way you need to sway to the music because it grabs you and sways you. It's not only there, you find them in the market. You see natural creativity that they just go about life with, and they just find a rhythm all the time. But they're joyfully displaying and praising their wares and encouraging people to come and buy. Everywhere you go, there's some kind of hidden music. I remember being at the beach recently and met a group of Africans, and they were pulling the net that they had cast into the sea, and it's such hard work. You could see the toughness of life for these fishermen, but the joy and the exuberance and the rhythm of a meaningless song that they had concocted was such a joy to behold. This joy springs from inside, and if you imagine adding Jesus to the natural joy that the African already exhibits, there is no limit to what can happen.